So we are now entering the 4th month of the DCU, DC Comics' new initiative to try and bring in new readers through diversity and artistic freedom. Now, I mentioned before that there are books that I like, some I don't like, and some that I just think are okay, but I'm one man. What is the general consensus? Well, if all the internet rumors are to be believed, not good. In fact, we may be seeing the end of the DCU before it even starts. It was reported last week that DC Comics fell $2 million short of their projected financial earnings. In layman's terms, DC lost a lot of money. And while $2 million may not sound like a lot to a big corporation, to a comic book publisher, this is huge. Even a comic book publisher owned by Time Warner, this is huge. So what could have caused this? Well, there was the move from New York to Burbank, which was costly and very time-consuming. The biggest culprit seems to be their spring event Convergence, which underperformed, and the current DCU, which is underperforming. It's a shame to hear that this isn't doing so well, especially when titles like Cyborg, Midnighter, Starfire, and the Omega Men are getting great reviews, both from critics and from fans. But it's rumored that things are so dire that DC is asking its creative teams to go back to basics and stop Batgirling all their titles. Batgirling is, of course, in reference to the dramatic redesign of Batgirl, which was a critical and commercial success. And DC, like many major media corporations, thought if it worked well for one thing, it'll work well for all the things. Now, it's true that DC is not getting the sales that they probably wanted, especially with Marvel releasing Secret Wars, which has been a rousing success for the company, and their Star Wars lineup, which has just been purely unstoppable. But I don't think it's just Marvel's success that's hampering DC. I mean, as I've said before, these heroes are unrecognizable. We have a street-level Superman and a robot Batman, Hobo Green Lantern. I can't get over Hobo Green Lantern. It's like DC is trying way too hard to diversify their lineup, and people aren't seeing what they usually see in DC Comics. This is even with both Justice League books featuring the classic interpretations of the team. It's just so weird because we had been asking for a diversity like this for a long time. Fans have been asking DC and Marvel to put up more titles with protagonists who aren't straight white guys, and now we're not buying them, even though DC is giving us exactly that. Which is weird because Marvel is doing the same damn thing and they're doing just fine. Now, co-publishers Dan DiDio and Jim Lee have stated that they are sticking with the DCU initiative because of course they would. Why would they admit defeat this early? But honestly, I think they're being truthful, and I hope they stick with titles like Prez and Bizarro to help them cultivate and actually get a fan base. Plus, this is really only taking into account the direct market, the books that you buy in comic book stores. This isn't really taking into consideration digital or trades. It's very possible that digital and trade sales could be where these titles find their legs in audience, whereas the direct market will be reserved for classic fare like Batman, Superman, so on. But maybe we should start slowly reintroducing the classic versions of those classic characters. Action Comics may be the best it's been since the New 52 launch, but I don't think people are as interested in Superman vs. the Police as you think they might be. Anyway, what do you guys think? Do you think DC should abandon the DCU initiative? Do you think they should stick with it? If so, what are your ideas for success? Let me know down below or anywhere on the internet. Also, YouTube Gaming is live and we are on it. Bob has been streaming pretty much every day, but the regular schedule is Tuesdays Destiny and Thursdays whatever the hell he wants, so tune in for that. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe. We put out regular content Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Like this video if you like it. Share it with a friend. All the other garbage that YouTube people tell you to do. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Now, personally, I think continuity is important. But how do I manage all the different stories and histories of all these different titles and characters? Well, it's simple. I just make it up. And Konami being in the shape it's in, looking like they're going to get out of video games, this doesn't do them any favors.
Or go to mobile games where they will just do this.
Yeah, all
that's
the time.
That's why they're doing this.
Probably,
you think
yeah.
Kojima wanted to do this?
No.